The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
There's a story that did the rounds on the weekend of a bride who, in her wedding pictures, with her bridesmaids, she flashed the camera in the lineup, and then she did it with the groomsmen as well. And
Top
there's
or
footage
bottom
as
flash?
well. Bottom flash.
What, with her wedding dress?
With her wedding dress. So she's lifting up skirt to flash everybody.
Sorry, I can't be honest. I wasn't listening at the start of this break, and now I very much am. Who are you talking about?
His head raised up like a
I'm
meerkat.
talking about your mum. No.
She listens.
Oh, no, sorry, Mrs. Luttrell.
Well, that's going to take you a year now to get
Oh,
back.
no.
I'm sorry, you just can't say that.
I'll just give her some money. I'll give her some money.
give her some
but
money,
I
that'll
was
help.
more trying to punish you, but now I feel like that
No,
oh,
missed
that
the
was
mark.
You
I
dragged
couldn't care less
You
what you
dragged
call
Mrs. Luttrell into it.
Oh, I can't believe it did that.
And your
Oh,
mum didn't,
no.
just because now
Just to
I'm
clarify,
confused, I
Mum
just want to clarify. Your mum
Johnny.
didn't flash at the
No,
wedding, did she?
no,
No,
At
no.
Nudgee College Chapel,
Not
mate.
that you know of. No.
No, nothing of the sort.
Yeah, okay,
That's
I
how I
was
graduated from
confused.
school because it wasn't through grades.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Again, I'm not joking. Who are you talking about?
Okay, there's a
someone.
bride.
Just
Like
chick.
the-
Just someone.
Okay, right.
Was it an
Pay
Aussie chick?
attention. Yes, it was an Aussie chick.
Yep.
I'm not going to name names because I thought it was really mean that this was published like online,
Fair
and
play.
she was kind of pitched for everyone to bring her down, because when a news outlet grabs photos of your wedding day and just puts them online, opening up the floodgates for people to just kind of abuse her.
Particularly if she's not famous. She's just a
No.
rando. Like, so
No,
it's
she's just a rando who was
Yeah.
having a great time on a wedding day, and now somehow the pics got leaked and the press got hold of it, and they're calling it all sorts of things, which I find really outrageous. Because on your wedding day, that's the day where you let loose. Am I right, Ash? Did you have a bit of a loose day?
Yeah, we had a great wedding.
Yeah, and what happens at the wedding stays at the wedding.
Well, I mean, if there's flashing of the bride, I'm blaming the people she's invited for sharing that.
For putting that online. I know they shouldn't have done that. But, we all kind of do things we regret on our wedding day. A lot of people regret getting married on their wedding day. I regret, we got married, it was 90-kilometre winds, and we had an outdoor wedding. My veil blew off the cliff straight away. But the thing I regretted was I had these massive false eyelashes on, and the wind was pelting them. And I'm trying to look at Jeremy, but the wind's
flapping.
catching them and pushing them up and down like an out-of-control awning. It's just going brrrr the whole time like it was comedic. This poor guy's trying to marry this person with like just flappage on a face. That doesn't sound... Don't isolate that.
I think we're going to isolate that.
I've never heard that
Isolate
turn of phrase before.
Don't you say?
Flappage on the face.
There we
Well,
go.
it's my-
That's a better one.
It was just a cleaner
women who have worn... Actually, there's a video of a chick in a convertible with the same issue. You might have seen that doing the rounds where she's
Yeah, I
got the
think
big
I must have
eyelashes and says brrrr. Anyway, that was me. And I regret that on my wedding day. I also regret that I was up the duff on my wedding day because I ended up sleeping during the speeches. But
How preggers
I
were you?
want to know how far. Enough to not look pregnant but just look fat.
Go
Like
on.
it was just a really uncomfortable phase where I had this like...
So you conceived
pot.
in sin. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did. But I'm married. Don't worry, I didn't turn Will into a little bastard. I did marry him.
Well, and you fell asleep during the speeches at your own wedding.
Yeah, well, I was pregnant. Like, you got a nap. Anyway, the thing I regret the most is the eyelashes, but everyone has something on their wedding day that they regret. 13, 24, 10. I want to know what you've done during your wedding day that you deeply regret.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.
So before the break, we were talking about this bride who's gone somewhat viral and has been dragged over hot coals in the media because during her wedding photos, she lifted her dress and flashed her bridesmaids and the groomsmen. And it got me thinking about the things I regret about my wedding day. And I forgot to mention the other thing I regret about my wedding day is where we had it. We had a lot of Victorians flying up because we got married in Queensland because my mum said, if you don't get married in Queensland, I'm not coming. So we had to give directions, which sounded like this. You go over the Deegan deviation, then you get to the Hornybrook Bridge, follow that. If you've gone to Humpy Bong, you've gone too far, you should arrive at Woody Point. That was our wedding day. Now, my husband... Legit. That is legit. And my British husband, who wanted a string quartet and get married at a chateau in France. Ended up with that, and our music was Chicken George Downs Man because I wanted Jamaican music.
Oh, God.
So anyway, we opened the phone line. So who have we got and what do you regret?
Mandy out of Camp Hill. Yes, Mandy, what happened?
Good morning, guys. I deeply regret wearing my black and white dress.
Oh, black and white dress. Like how? Like was it like checked or something?
Like a black ditch, like a black skirt, A-line, and a black and white embossed sort of top, and a white veil.
Were you trying to make a statement?
Yeah, what were you trying to achieve?
Yeah, and put the roof up on your car.
What was that?
Well, it sounds like you're in a cyclone. So yeah, why did you do it?
Well, I thought it was elegant, you know, but now looking back at the photos, it's
Looks ridiculous.
one of the deepest regrets, and I had the worst photographer ever. So I've never really done anything much with the photos, but it turns out they look pretty good in black and white. So
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's a
good
shocker
job.
too. Like if you get the wrong photographer and you hate the photos. I think our photos were good. I can't.
My
pretty sure I
parents
never-
employed my uncle, and he did all the photos of their wedding day, and the film fell out of his camera into the gutter, and so they lost all their photos. There's two photos that someone else took of their wedding day, and that is it.
It's so funny you say that because before when you were asking for callers, I thought surely someone's regretted inviting an uncle that's disgraced themselves. Yeah, well, that's
there's
the ultimate
always an
disgracing
uncle.
himself. You know.
We actually regret our best man because he made the most outrageous speech. Someone threw a dinner roll at his face.
What's
He
it
thought he was so rude.
I've emceed a wedding
I've
before
seen
where
some shockers like
where
that
the
too,
where
yeah.
the best man, you actually know him, he got up on a roll, he started talking, and he just didn't. He was being so inappropriate. I found it funny, but it was like at the same time it was wrong. It was
was
wrong, and you see some of the
bang out of
relatives
order.
just like
It was like Penrith Panthers wrong. Like
Get-
Luai, remember he did one.
It wasn't as bad as that. Actually, that was pretty
That was
bad.
bad.
That was.
Well, what happened with that one?
Oh, I can't
He
remember.
just went rogue. He went, he wrote a speech, and I thought at the last minute, I'm just going to ad lib.
Yeah, and then he
And he
started telling
ad-libbed
stories out of school.
like filthy stuff
Yes.
about going on tour in England.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
stuff
that's right.
stuff that the groom got up to.
Yes,
like
yes,
what?
yes.
Just like bad.
And
Bad.
it ended with what? They all ended up at Diddy's place.
Would end up on the social media.
Yeah,
Even worse.
yeah.
Oh, no.
I wonder
oh,
if
well,
that lady with the black dress I wonder if she's still married. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Bronte. Bronte, what happened? What do you regret?
Morning, guys. So the second last song of my wedding night, I decided to do this stupid dance move on the dance floor with one of my bridesmaids, and I ended up rolling my ankle and then tearing 2 ligaments in my ankle and my
Oh, no.
So it was,
Oh.
it was pretty bad.
Oh.
But do you have it all on video, though? Has it gone viral?
I do. Yes, I actually do have it on video.
And is it on the gram?
No, definitely not.
Oh, no, do it. Make some money out of it while you can. You might as well. Silver
Did
lining.
it end the night? Like, was that a hospital visit, or like, what was the repercussions of that?
Well, we were going to go to the hospital, but I was a little bit too topped up for it. So I
thought she'd be
ended up
sozzled.
going back to the unit, icing it, and then I got an ultrasound and the X-ray the next day. Got put in a moon boot for a few weeks, and yeah, so.
Oh, did you go on a honeymoon with a moon boot?
A little bit. We were just up the Sunshine Coast, but there was definitely a lot of laying down, that's for sure.
Oh, well, we don't need to know about what happened at the night time. Hello.
There was just, you just reminded me, Ashley, you know this guy. I'm not even going to say his name, but it was a groom that I was MC at their wedding, and he was thanking the bridesmaids as you do, and he said, "You all look fantastic, even you, Millie,
no.
even you, Millie." And this is the nicest guy in the world. He had every good intention. What he was trying to say to heavily pregnant Millie was
Oh, no.
was even what he was trying to say. Look, she had trouble finding a dress because she's 7 months pregnant, and you look magnificent. But how he said was, "You all look great, even you, Millie." And he regretted that.
That was like the time that Kitty Flanagan came in here, and you said to her, you went, "Well, you actually look really good in person."
Oh, Lutz.
Which is a compliment.
No.
I stick by that.
He still maintains it's a compliment. Her jaw hit the floor. It hit the floor.
She's probably done a whole tight five around you about
Comedy gear. Yeah.
yeah the moron in Brisbane on radio.
Now, Tash out of Bribey Island. What do you got? What happened to you?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh,
Very
we're
well.
good. Someone sounds like she lives on an island. How are you?
I'm great, but on my wedding day, I was lactating like a wildebeest, and my 13-month-old was our awesome page boy, and I didn't pack enough liners, and then my lady friends decided to come as well, and I had to choose where I was putting my liners, and obviously my wedding dress got ruined from my breast.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
leak-
you're a
leakage.
milk
Leakage.
fountain.
Oh.
It's hard.
God, it's turning some
It's
people
not
off
hard.
right
It's
now,
very
not
soft
me.
and smushy.
No, it is very soft and smushy.
What?
So, couldn't you? Oh, surely the girls would have had some, like, spare liners
Some
for
tissues
other
or
areas. Tissues
No,
don't
well,
cut
I
it
did
out.
have
Oh,
liners.
just be a water feature.
He was had-
No, it ends up paper
Yeah.
mache, like in your dress. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Just a bit of chocolate
Yeah.
fondue.
Oh, I've had
So-
enough
so-
now. All right.
The Ash, Lutzi and Nikki Osborne Snack Box.
Yeah, pretty phenomenal night of athletics on Saturday night down in Melbourne. I think it's the best domestic track and field meet I've ever seen. 10,000 people, packed, sell out. Like we were at a pub
Really?
beforehand, having a couple of beers with Peyton Craig's family, who won the 800. Awesome athlete from the Sunshine Coast. He won the 8, but we were all getting texts going, guys, you got to get here now. Like there's massive lineups to get in. It's like it was huge. We're going, is this athletics we're talking about? It's like we're going to the rugby league or something. Like it was crazy. And then then the actual performances. The biggest one, obviously, was Lockie Kennedy, who we had on the show last Thursday. I think we spoke to Lockie. He beats Gout in the 200 metres. By the way, that time of Kennedy ran 20.26. So that's like, if you put in perspective, Gout's time was 19.98. The other week, wind assisted. So that's a quick time from Kennedy. That was a personal best by 0.67 of a second. So more than a half a second PB. He went from being in the Australian all-time the 91st fastest to the 5th fastest.
Wow.
In one foul swoop. So that was huge. And, of course, Gout was second as well. And a great performance from Gout.
There was nothing in between.
Yeah.
But Gout, I mean, we've been talking about Gout in the same breath as Usain Bolt.
Yeah.
And so did Gout have an off night? Or is Lockie Kennedy a freak?
Lockie Kennedy's a freak. We've got two genuine stars in Australian athletics now, and Lockie Kennedy's one of them.
This is good for Gout. This is good for both of them because
huge.
you only run as fast as the people you're alongside.
Yeah,
And we're saying that Gout didn't have enough against him to push him.
Exactly.
And this is great. Rivalry breeds, like,
Yeah.
I reckon you're right. Like a
Yeah.
different sport, but I remember back in the day, like early 90s, there was a breaststroker, Rebecca
Brown
was it? And
Creedy.
Or one of them, Rebecca Brown or Rebecca Creedy, but she broke a barrier for the 200 breaststroke. I think
it was Rebecca
this is-
Brown. She was the superstar.
And then all of a sudden, Sam Riley started. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
And it's
Liesl,
like
it flowed
yes,
on.
Yes, and you just kind of see, like, I think people going, well, like
And-
Lockie going, Gout's human.
Yeah.
He is human.
And that's literally what he said.
Yeah.
But specifically over the years, Australia, or traditionally I should say, over the years, Australia's biggest problem has been the isolation. So we've had one good athlete, but as Nikki said,
Right.
it's like domestically for the first half of the season, you're racing against no one. There's no team mentality, and that's what's happening now. It's not just those two. There's probably, I
there's
think,
two more, he
yeah,
said.
it's-
He
I
said
think
there's going to be four.
Four of them ran under 21 seconds, so that's like huge. Like say that helps when they get to the pointy end of the season, which for the guys this year after Nationals in 2 weeks is the World Championships in Tokyo. So we're going to see the fruits of that later on in the year, obviously when you want to be peaking.
Yes.
You know,
Can I
so
ask
it's
a really
huge.
dumb question? It feels very late in the game
Go
to
ahead.
ask this question, but I feel like it needs to be clarified. Gout, is that his full name or is that his first name?
No,
Like,
his
is
name's-
Gout...
Well, he's Gout's his full name. His full name.
So
That's
he's
his first
Gout?
and second name.
And that's how they
So
want
it's
to say
like me
it.
being Osborne.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Okay. I just want to clarify it because
no, his name's
Gout, I
Gout.
thought.
Gout.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it. I feel like a lot of people wanted to ask that question,
Yeah,
and
fair play.
you're welcome, everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Fair play.
And you talked about the crowd. What did that do? Because obviously everyone's there because all the hype around Gout, but we also love an underdog. So the idea that Gout was beaten by somebody, like what?
I mean, we were all cheering because obviously Lockie's a guy that we're getting behind as well. But Nikki, you said you heard some reports that it was like a bit sort of took the wind out of the sails when Gout didn't win. I didn't pick that up at the ground, but you could have been right because
I was shocked when I heard about it. I was like,
I
what
heard
the
it
hell?
was.
Yeah.
It was 5 seconds of silence because everyone was like in shock. And I think a lot of people didn't know who Lockie Kennedy was.
No,
I do now.
And you're right. And it's probably out of those 10,000, a lot of people probably weren't. That's the key thing. It's what it's getting is a lot of people who aren't athletics people that are coming to see these meets. So they're learning as they go. But I think, again, I just said, I think it was on my Instagram posting a photo with Peyton Craig just saying, join the journey. Like, grab a few of these athletes that are competing now and just start following them and be a part of it because it's unreal. Like, it's going to be
Pump up their tyres, be the wind in their wings, do all of that stuff.
And it's self-serving because it's one of the best things of my life has been being part of that journey of athletes over the years, whether I've been helping them out or just these days just literally just following them on
Just
Instagram.
appreciating it.
Yeah.
So did they race in the 100?
Yeah, that was early. It wasn't like one of the official events.
Who won that?
Yeah, no, you're testing me. I wasn't even there for that.
Wasn't it? That was Lockie again, wasn't it?
I think Lockie might have won it.
Yeah.
He ran the 1 2. So I think
So he
Lockie
beat him in the 1 and the 2.
I can't believe I was the one who knew this.
Yeah.
What's going
I'm
on?
pretty sure he did, Lutzy. But
No, he did. I just can't find the time. That's all.
He did a double.
Yeah.
That's
I
amazing.
tell you, it's the burritos. They're all eating burritos.
No, Lutzy,
GYG.
tell Nikki what Lockie told you.
So, like he said, he texted me afterwards saying it was so surreal being on you guys' show. I've been listening to your show my entire life. And we worked out that he was born essentially when we started on Nova.
Yep.
Wow.
I mean,
Run that through your brain.
that makes him a legend.
The Ash, Lutzy, and Nikki Osborne Snackbox.